Alrighty, and the last thing we got to talk about before we move on to the NBA is the NBA All-Star selection is today. Team LeBron versus Team Durant. Who will they pick? Who will be the first pick? Who will be the last pick? What will the teams be? Well, we're going to decide ourselves before they decide tonight, 8 o'clock on TNT. So we got the pool of players here. We are going to be acting on behalf of Team LeBron because we're going to be picking first out here. So we're going to choose a player, and then we got all the names here in a random name generator. So whoever, is randomly picked, that will be, Kevin Durant's pick since we only got one person here. Everybody else called in today, so I am alone here for Takes by Fans production. But yeah, we're going to be picking for LeBron. So we'll do the generator, and then, we'll just keep going back and forth to see how these teams fill out. Now, the official draft is, there's 2 rounds. A starter round, so all the all-star starters get picked first, and then the reserves get picked second. But I don't really love what the fans did in voting. I still cannot believe and can't get over that y'all didn't put James Harden as a starter and voted Kyrie Irving as a starting guard over James Harden. So for that, we're not going to do 2 rounds. We're going to just pick. We've got them all in the same pool. We're not doing 2 rounds because James Harden's going to be our first pick. He's not a starter, so we got to throw that out the window. We're going to go a little different here because I do not like what y'all did in those kind of NBA All-Star selections. I do not agree with a lot of the fans. I was a little disappointed at what the fans voted, but, that's what the fans did, so we'll live with it. We won't like it, and we'll change the rules around for our All-Star selection. So here we go. We got the list up here. All right, so the first pick that we are going to pick is James Harden, folks. MVP, absolutely. He definitely should have been a starter in this all-star selection here. The fact that y'all snubbed him by voting Kyrie Irving is a little disrespectful to James Harden. This man is the current front runner of the MVP. We just decided that the other night. What this man is doing without Kevin Durant and still is holding this team together, because if it was just Kyrie Irving out there, I can guarantee you the Nets would not be as good as they are right now because Kyrie Irving is not the leader. James Harden switched up his game. He took less shots. He's more of a facilitator. Kyrie Irving came out and said, do y'all not know that this is the point guard? And now this is the point guard, and James Harden is still getting it done. And when Kyrie Irving is not on the floor because of some reason, James Harden is always there, still putting up great performances, still putting that team in a position to win the game down the stretch. James, mother-loving Harden, folks. Definitely should have been a starter here. Unfortunately, he's not, so we got to bend the rules a little bit. But our first selection is James Harden for Team LeBron. So let's take James Harden out of this thing, and then we'll have Team Durant choose their selection. So here we go, taking out James Harden. And now let's randomly pick. Who is Kevin Durant's first pick? Let's see who he's picking here. Hopefully not somebody good. Damian Lillard may be my second pick, or Joel Embiid, so hopefully not one of those two. And the first pick for Kevin Durant is Devin Booker. All right, solid choice there. Solid choice. Definitely weren't going to take him next, so that's always great. So now our next pick, well, let's first get, let's take Devin Booker out of here. Alrighty, and now our next pick, well, we're going to go probably the second in MVP voting right now, Joel Embiid. Let's get another big down here. This man is absolutely killing it this season, bodying up everybody down low. He's got more 40.10 rebounds games than anybody else in this league combined. I think he's got 5, and the rest of the NBA has 4. So this man is just single-handedly killing it this season. An absolute magnificent performance here. Now he just has to rely on Danny Green or Seth Curry to step it up, because we know Tobias Harris is great, and Ben Simmons is a great defender, all of them getting it done. But those other two, the Seth Curry and Danny Green, just need them to hit a couple of threes every single game, but they still can't really do that consistently, and Joel Embiid is still really picking up the slack. So Joel Embiid is our second pick here. Absolutely fantastic. All right, so let's take Embiid out and see what Kevin Durant's going to do for his second pick. Here we go. Next pick up for Kevin Durant. Once again, hopefully probably not Damian Lillard, because he's probably our next pick. So if we can avoid that. And his second pick is Zach LaVine. All right, not some great picks here. I would definitely not be doing this. Zach LaVine and Devin Booker, your first two. All right, you do you, Kevin Durant. All right, so Zach LaVine, here we go. Alrighty, our next pick up is going to be, let's see who we get here. Alrighty, our next pick. We got to go clutch, man. Did y'all not just see Damian Lillard last night? We're going to play clips when we get to that game, but I got to go my man Damian Lillard. So impressive, so consistent. And without two of their great players, no CJ McCollum, no Nurkic, and he's still able to lead his team to victories kind of on a nightly basis, folks. Do not sleep on this Blazers team. Let's get their playoff positioning up to date here. I mean, they're currently 5th in the West at 20-14. That's so great, especially missing two huge pieces. He's still getting it done. He's the most clutch player currently in the NBA. It's non-debatable at this point. LeBron James can't hit a three to save his life this month, and Damian Lillard just cashing out three, fourth quarter, 1 minute left, 30 seconds left, 45 seconds left, 15 seconds left, down 2, down 3, tie game, down 6, down 3, tie game. He's just so great at it, so I got to respect it. We're taking this man 3rd overall here. Damian Mother-loving Lillard, folks. Respect the name. I mean, honestly, I'd put this man probably 3rd in the MVP voting. James Harden, Joel Embiid, Dame Dalla. Yes, sir. Take him off. Kevin Durant cannot get him. Now let's get Kevin Durant's 3rd pick here. So far, we got the Spirit team, hands down. James Harden, Joel Embiid, Damian Lillard versus Devin Booker, Zach LaVine, and their 3rd pick, Ben Simmons. Ooh, we should have picked up Ben Simmons. That probably would have been our next pick. Great defender out here. He's really just so consistent this season, folks, and a huge reason why that this 76ers team is having great success this season. Joel Embiid deserves maybe 51%. Ben Simmons, 49%. You could split it 50-50. I've got no problem with that. But I think this is putting to bed the narrative that Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons cannot be on the same team together because they are flourishing this season. They just needed the shooters, the outside consistent shooters. Tobias Harris, Danny Green, Seth Curry. Folks, this is a true great starting lineup when they're all 100% on. This is one of the most unstoppable starting lineups there is in the NBA right now. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Danny Green, and Seth Curry, they all get it done kind of on a consistent basis. Not so much Danny Green. Seth Curry's a little hit and miss, but man, oh man. Ben Simmons, that's a great pick for Kevin Durant. All right. So let's take off Ben Simmons here. Did we do that already? No, we did not. All right, so take off Ben Simmons, and then our 4th pick is up. So here we go. All righty, our next big pick. Let's probably get a big defender up here, a nice big down low, since we got some nice, shooting guards. James Harden, Damian Lillard. All righty, our 4th pick is going to be... Man, oh man, this is tough. We are going to pick Rudy Gobert. We got Rudy Gobert up. Should we choose Giannis? We probably should be choosing Giannis, but I'm a little over Giannis in that Bucks team. So we're going to go Rudy Gobert. Great defending big out here. Well, decent defending big. He doesn't really guard the perimeter too well, but we got Joel Embiid and LeBron James, so we're good. Let's get a nice low post defender in Rudy Gobert. So we will choose Rudy Gobert, number 4 here. Alrighty, let's see what Kevin Durant's got for his 4th pick here. We are probably going to pick Kawhi Leonard or Giannis just some nice beef or defender. But let's see what Kevin Durant's got. He's got Anthony Davis. Sucker. The man's not even going to be playing. Sucker. We are killing it against the robot here. Alrighty, so no AD. That's fine. He's not playing. That's a waste of a pick here. That was going to be my last pick if I had to pick him. Alrighty, so our next pick, our 5th pick, is going... man, oh man, I can't pass up. We got to go offense. Let's load up on this offense here. We got to go Seth Curry, folks. Yes, sir. He's still available here. We're picking Seth Curry. Let's get another great score here. I mean, we already got Joel Embiid and LeBron James as our beef and Rudy Gobert. Let's get those shooters out here. It's an all-star game, folks. Let's go heavy on the offense. We're taking Seth Curry. Yes, sir. All righty. Kevin Durant's 5th pick. Here it is. Paul George. All righty. Playoff P. Not clutch. Can't even win a game without Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard wins games without Paul George. Paul George cannot return the favor. So he's a decent defender. Really can't come up in the clutch. Once again, a little bit of an overdraft here by Kevin Durant. Not the best drafter. Alrighty, now let's go. Let's get Giannis. I mean, we're freaking how many picks in? We'll just get Giannis up. Take him out. Nice, great beef. He can really do anything besides hit the three. Getting a little bit better on the free throws, but we will be choosing Giannis here. That is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pick. We are 6 picks in, finally choosing Giannis. Alrighty. All right, Kevin Durant's up. We're probably taking... I might be taking Donovan Mitchell next. Give me another clutch player. Let's get him. All right, he chooses Luka Doncic. That is a definitely solid, great pick here. I mean, he is really just kind of doing everything he can in his power on that Mavericks team to kind of win on a nightly basis. We know Kristaps Porzingis isn't the most healthiest big out there, not playing a lot of these games, but Luka Doncic, I mean, this man's clutch. He's hitting so many threes, clutch threes, late in the fourth quarter. Like we said, just kind of, he's really the only consistent player on that team, and he's definitely great what he can do out here. Alrighty, so our 7th pick is now up. Man, oh man. Still some great names up here. Let's go with, I mean, I know I disrespect him a little bit, but I mean, 7th pick, we still got to pick him up. So let's go. Kyrie Irving. Let's get Kyrie into the mix. No, actually, I don't want Kyrie Irving. He's a poison. He's a poison to the locker room. A little toxic. Yeah, we're not going to choose Kyrie Irving. Let's get another, we just did choose. All right, let's get Kawhi Leonard. Let's get Kawhi. Hopefully he can, this isn't going to be a load management game for this man, the All-Star game. So we will take Kawhi. Nice defender out here. We got the scores. We got the playmakers. Let's go a little bit better on the defense. So we will lock in Kawhi Leonard. Alrighty, Kevin Durant's up. Let's see what he's got. Can he finally make a good pick? Probably. He's got to choose Kyrie Irving because I'm not taking him. So I'm basically gifting him Kyrie Irving. And all right, he's going Zion. Ooh, great pick there. Definitely a great pickup. I mean, what Zion is doing, folks, he is getting it done. 30 points, no problem. Double-double. Let me get those 10 rebounds as well. It's no problem for Zion. Just unfortunately, they can't close out games. They are not good down the stretch in the fourth quarter, and that is really killing them this season. Alrighty, now it is our turn. We are going to go... We got to go Donovan Mitchell. Let me get that man. Yes, sir. I mean, the Jazz, they're very good. They're very deep. The pick and roll between Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert is almost unstoppable. Donovan Mitchell is clutch most of the time. 60% of the time, the man is clutch. He can hit the big shots. He can go for 40 if he needs to. He can go for 20 and, 10 and 10 if he needs to. So he's got all that into his kit. So we will be taking Donovan Mitchell here with, pick 8? All right, so get Donovan Mitchell out of here. Oh, I know who our next pick is, either Jokic or Tatum. So hopefully Kevin Durant does not take either of those two. And Kevin Durant's 8th pick is Jokic. Oh, another great pick. Definitely needed probably another big for Kevin Durant. So that's definitely a solid pickup. Alrighty, since they chose Jokic, we are taking Jason Tatum. We are going to be taking Jason Tatum with our next pick. He's having a little bit of trouble here. Just this last week hasn't really been that great, kind of down the stretch here in the All-Star break. But, I mean, definitely the best Celtic that there is right now currently on that roster. Once again, you can count on him for going for 35 a game if that's what they need, which usually they do because Jaylen Brown is good. But besides that, Kemba Walker's all right, and Marcus Smart hasn't been, in the game for, the past couple months maybe. So Jason Tatum, great player, great scorer when he needs to. So that's our next pick. All right, Kevin Durant is up here. Couple of names left. We'll review the last couple of names here once we see who he picks, and his pick is up, and he goes Bradley Beal. Alrighty, once again, I mean, yes, this man is good. A little bit not great, and just kind of the chemistry and a little toxicity of what I'm seeing on the floor a little bit. We know this man's great, but he's not really elevating the play around him. It's really just every night Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook going for 20 plus both, and then nobody else really scoring 10 besides Davis Bertans off the bench. So he's not elevating anybody else's play. That's why we're really not taking him. Same thing with Kyrie Irving, doesn't really elevate the play around him. That's why we haven't been taking them. Alrighty, but we got a couple names left. The remaining, what do we got here? 6? 7? The last 6 names are Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, Chris Paul, Julius Randle, Domantas Sabonis, and Vucevic. So our last picks here, our first of our last picks is going to be Chris Paul. Yes, sir. Definitely, we got to respect this man. He's having these last 2 seasons are the best seasons I think he's ever having, honestly. Just elevating the play around him, being a true point guard for the Thunder, now for the Suns. Got the Suns at the 2 seed. I know he's not doing it all alone, but man, oh man, he's a solid 3rd, 2nd, whatever you want to classify him as. So we will respect Chris Paul by taking him now. All right, Kevin Durant's pick is up. Let's see who he's picking. Jaylen Brown. Alrighty, so we get Jason Tatum. They get Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's great, folks. I'm a big fan of Jaylen Brown. This Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown connection in Boston is absolutely fantastic. They just need a better big. Folks, if they had a true great big, this would be a dangerous team. Hopefully they can do something before the trade deadline and try to elevate their team a little bit more, because if they're going to go in the playoffs with this roster and with Marcus Smart healthy, it's not going to work out. You're not going to get to the NBA Finals with Tristan Thompson, Robert Williams, and Daniel Tice. That's not a great big core that they got there. All right, but anyway, great pick by Jaylen Brown. Alrighty, we are going to go. Let's shout out Julius Randle. That's our next pick here. Just absolutely killing it there in New York, really turning the entire team around. I think they're either number 4 or 5 in the Eastern Conference. The bench is stepping it up, and Julius Randle has actually made them a little bit of an attractive destination for the trade deadline. They may be able to swoop up a piece here, a nice piece. We'll see, but Julius Randle definitely deserves a lot of credit for kind of turning around the culture here, probably having his best season ever, and they're kind of decent in the and they're kind of deep in the role player pieces that they got there. Alrighty, here we go. Kevin Durant, second to last pick here. Who does he choose? Hopefully Kyrie, because we're not taking him. Sabonis. Alrighty, Domantas Sabonis. Nobody wants Kyrie Irving right now. So here we go. I mean, like we said, we're not taking Kyrie, so it's either Kyrie or Vucevic. I'll take Vucevic. Not a big fan of him, but we'll take him. I mean, definitely the best Magic player that they have, but that's not really saying that much. It doesn't really work too well with Aaron Gordon in the beginning of the season. They really couldn't get it figured out. So we will take Vucevic. That leaves Kyrie Irving last pick for Kevin Durant's team. Alright, so now that everybody has been drafted, these are the lineups here for our All-Star game for our team, Team LeBron. It's obviously LeBron James, James Harden, Joel Embiid, Damian Lillard, Rudy Gobert, Steph Curry, Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Chris Paul, Julius Randle, and Nikola Vucevic, folks. That's one hell of a team, folks. Yes, sir. We drafted absolutely fantastically. Woof. Alrighty, versus Kevin Durant's team of Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, obviously, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Zach LaVine, Ben Simmons, Anthony Davis, Paul George, Luka Doncic, Zion Williams, Jokic, Bradley Beal, Jaylen Brown, Domantas Sabonis, and Kyrie Irving. Which team you rocking with, folks? I'm going to go with the one with James Harden and Damian Lillard, the most clutchest players this season, the best players this season. Absolutely fantastic. We got top 3 here. Joel Embiid, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those are the 3 front runners for our MVP. We got them all. Great picks out here.